Right, it is nearly 7 o'clock on Sunday the 1st of March. I was just having a look at my treatment plan here to work out what day and what date it is. That makes it day -5 for me. They've given me this fantastic sheet of paper that tells me all of the different things that I'll be having on which days and how much. And so the last 2 days, today was my second dose of fludarabine. I'm not having busulfan. I'm not having any of that fancy stuff. Apparently my transplant therapy or my myoablative therapy is fludarabine and melphalan. The fludarabine is supposed to be pretty mild in terms of its side effects, and I have to say so far today, it's only been 2 days, they've only been small infusions, 30 minutes each plus a flush afterwards. The most unpleasant part of it's actually been when they do the flush of the line before they put anything in. You get that taste in your mouth and it's a little bit cold, and that's been the worst of it really. So, but apparently the melphalan on day -1 is what's really going to kick my butt. So, fun times. I got upgraded. I chucked Karen and asked to speak to the manager, and I got upgraded. I didn't actually. They had a transplant room available, so I've moved into the transplant room. But realistically, the only difference is that they have that little, spin it around, they have that little room over there that allows people to come in through a separate door, do their hands or whatever they need to do, and then they come through the door. And I think the air locks, or the way the air works, means that it keeps as many of the germs out as possible. I think it's kind of like having the second door on the toilet to keep the smells out. And then the other thing that I've got is a lovely, I've got a window that allows me, so that's the morning sun, so that's east. So I get the morning sun, and I've got a little view of the rest of the hospital. One of the amazing things about the hospital that I'm in, it was built in 2014, and when it was built on vacant land. And before they started, the entire ethos of the design was to ensure that wherever possible you could see green from a window, whether that be a rooftop garden or the actual gardens. But the other thing that they did to make that really possible was they actually came through before they started clearing the land and doing anything, and they took all of the native plants, they picked them up, they took them away, stored them somewhere else off site, so that when all of the construction was finished, they brought all of those plants back in and put them in the ground around the campus. So when they talk about native plants, these plants are not just native to the city, they are actually native to this site, which I think is amazing. I think it speaks to a great understanding that hospitals are not just about treatment, they're about rehabilitation, and the environment in which you find yourself is just as conducive to rehabilitation as the treatment that you may be receiving. So I don't know if you can see it, but if we look out the window, I've got this beautiful native rooftop garden over there that I can sit here on my little window bench seat. I pinched my son's guitar so I can sit here and have a little play every now and then when I feel like it. And that's going to keep me busy. I've got a bike in the room, and I've been able to do 2 rides today. I'm going to try and do 15 minutes in the morning minimum, 15 minutes in the evening, and hopefully keeping the blood flowing and getting all of those things will help with the process of the chemo, but also just keep me vital. To just, just doing a lot of sitting around, because at some point in the very near future I won't even necessarily be allowed out of the room. So the more exercise and the more activity that I can do, the better I think it is in the long run. So realistically, it's only 3rd day in. Things are going well so far. I've got a couple more days of just the fludarabine. The thing I find funny about the fludarabine is they actually have the measures here, and for some reason it's given per metre squared. I'm not quite sure how they calculate the square meterage of my body. I have not been flayed and laid out, so I guess there's some sort of calculation that they use. But yeah, so I get a certain amount of milligrams per square metre, which has been interesting. But yeah, so that's been today. Feeling pretty good. Obviously missing my family, but yeah, other than that, doing really, really well. Going to go and do a little bit of personal admin now, and maybe a sneaky computer game or two. Just don't tell my kids, because that's the game we play together, and if I play while they're not there, then I get better results, and then when I play with them again next time, I'll have better mechs and I can blow them up. So don't tell anyone.